Hey, yo. Oh, hey. It's E. Christopher Clark. I'm in the car again. Which I shouldn't apologize for anymore because it's just one of the few times that I find to get these videos done. I'm gonna bring that brightness up. There we go. Oh my god, my hair looks... I look like fucking... something out of Wall Street right now. I slicked it all back. I just didn't even slick it all back. I got out of the shower and I pushed it back. Usually I have to do like a little comb-y thing to get my hair to look even remotely like me and not like fucking Michael Douglas in 1985. Nothing wrong with Michael Douglas, nothing wrong with 1985. Michael Douglas in 1985, there you got a problem. Oh my gosh. At any rate, I gotta turn on the AC. The sound's gonna be shit because I gotta turn on the air conditioning, but it's fucking hot in here, dude. The big story of Wednesday, I gotta say, big story of Wednesday, in my life, not in the life of my fucking stupid country. Not getting political, but children shouldn't be kept in cages. Just saying. Anyway, the big story in my own personal world on Wednesday was that I deleted Wheel of Fortune off of my phone. Now, why did I do that? Well, I installed it against my better nature. Because here's the thing that I believe about games. And I believe this to be true with all of my heart. Video games are something you should pay for once and never again. That's what I believe. When I see the amount of money, because I'm the quote-unquote family organizer for iTunes in my household, so even if people are using stuff on a gift card, I still get a copy of their receipt. When I see the amount of money that my mom and my wife put into Candy Crush Saga, or Candy Crush Soda Saga, or the Saga of Sodas in Candy Crush, or whatever the fuck it's called, I can't believe it. Now, so that's one thing that I object to about the way games work today. I totally get if what you want to do is what Nintendo did with Super Mario Run. You want to make it free and then one in-app purchase unlocks everything. I get that. Working within the bounds of the way Apple runs the App Store. Totally get it. But this treating every fucking game like I'm in a goddamn casino and I need to keep paying you money is just not... it's not something I'm interested in. Now, the second thing about Wheel of Fortune... because Wheel of Fortune was one of those games that they want you to keep buying fucking diamonds and hints and this and that and the other thing. Or sometimes your diamonds can buy hints. And that gets into the second thing that bugs me about the way that video games work today, is that they're too fucking complicated. Now, I am the biggest Marvel Comics fan in the universe, right? I will try any Marvel Comics game, or I used to try any Marvel Comics game that came out, Contest of Champions, Future Fight, there's some brand new fucking one. I used to try them all, and the reason I don't try them all anymore is because they're too goddamn complicated, all right? I want a game where I'm gonna tap some, so let's take Contest of Champions. Contest of Champions is a beat-em-up fighter game, right? It's Mortal Kombat but with Marvel characters, or Street Fighter with Marvel characters if you like lamer games. So it's you should basically get two characters on the screen. You should have a way to control the characters, a way to punch, a way to kick, a way to jump. Possibly by hitting a combination of those things, you get like some special ability, or maybe there's a special ability button. Cool. That I get. All right? That's about the level of complexity I want out of a fighting game. Now, when you tell me I also have to collect crystals and sometimes cards, and sometimes the crystals can buy the cards, and sometimes the cards can buy the crystals, and I also have experience points, and I might have a level 2 Hulk and a level 6 Hulk, and I have to decide which Hulk I want to... Fuck you! That's my message to these fucking games. So Wheel of Fortune did the same fucking thing. right? So Wheel of Fortune had crystals, and it had souvenirs, and it had this, and all I want to do in a Wheel of Fortune game is spin the fucking wheel and solve puzzles. That's it. That's it. So what kind of games do I like? So I love a game like Alto's Adventure, or Alto's Odyssey, which is the sequel, which is out right now, which is one of the only games that's on my home screen. In fact, most of the time it is the only game that's on my home screen, because it's the only one. I only want to have one game so that when I want to fiddle around, I know which one I'm going with. Why is Alto's so much better than all the other fucking things I've tried? Well, I paid once for Alto's, okay? And now, when I play Alto's, I'm a little person on a converted snowboard that's going on an infinite runner kind of thing through the dunes of somewhere in South America. In the first game, it was through the mountains, so it was a snowboard, and you weren't snow. And the only thing I have to keep track of, right, primarily, is how much money I'm collecting, how many gold coins I'm collecting. Other than that, I just try to keep my character alive, right? Gold coins, that's it. What do I use the gold coins for? To upgrade stuff. Do I have to pay for gold coins with actual money? No, I paid for actual money for the fucking game, okay? And now, I use my gold coins, which I get by being good at the game, okay? That's what I want. I want a game where I advance by being good at the game, not by having more money than anybody else. It's fucking capitalist bullshit. I know, I understand people need to survive, and nobody wants to pay for anything, but then they do pay for things in the fucking app. You're tricking them. And I'm sick of being tricked. I don't want to be tricked. Tell me what it costs up front. If I decide that it's worth it to pay that upfront cost, I will pay that upfront cost. That's it. Be honest with me. So Wheel of Fortune is not on my phone anymore, and I'm looking for a good word game that just lets me play with words and not have to deal with fucking in-app purchases or any of that bullshit. Basically, I want the game threes, but I want it for words. Now, there are games out there. I had one on there. I think it was called Type Shift by a guy named Zach Gage, whose games I tend to like. But Type Shift veered too much towards the complexity thing. It's like I have to buy new puzzles. And the puzzles weren't that expensive. I can understand that. If it's sort of a genuine expansion on something, right? Give me some more puzzles in my word game. Cool, I'll do that, right? If I thought the New York Times was a good publication that I wanted to support, that didn't write really terrible headlines, then I would probably subscribe to their crossword puzzle, because but I don't want to support the New York Times, because they, as much as they politically are closer to my ideals than a lot of the other papers out there, they write really, I don't know. There's problems with the Times. Look it up. I'm not looking up for you, because I'm in the fucking car. I gotta drive. I guess all this is just to say, like, I will pay for things. I am not against paying for things. I am against paying for things that are trying to trick me, and I am against playing things that are trying to trick me. I don't want to collect fucking diamonds, Wheel of Fortune. I don't. I want to spin the wheel, and I want to solve puzzles. That's it. Spin the wheel, solve puzzles. And when you come up with a version of your game where that's all I have to do, I will download it. But until then, bad on the App Store for suggesting it to me. They should know I do not like these motherfucking games. I don't want any motherfucking games on my motherfucking plane. Wait.